If you've been feeling a wave of sadness or grief or heaviness and you don't know why, this video is for you. A lot of people feel this and immediately try to get rid of it. But I want to talk about what's actually happening instead. Feeling this does not mean that something is wrong. It's not an omen of bad things are on the way. It doesn't mean that at all. And if you're new here, I'm Wanda Vitale. I work with empaths and highly sensitive people who are here to understand their different wiring and how to create with it. My channel is called The Reality Architects because we are here to create our reality from the inside out, and you are uniquely wired to have that happen when you know how to use it. What are people actually feeling? Right now, sadness is up. There's a wave of heaviness that's up, and it's often stronger than what your personal circumstances might explain. I felt it last night. Today, when I was out, people that I know at the stores where I shop said, "What is going on?" So you may be feeling this too, and you're not crazy. It's real. Sometimes this feels really personal. Sometimes we are grieving. Sometimes we have a reason to feel heaviness in our lives. But sometimes there is no reason. And often these waves of heaviness, whether it's grief or sadness or whatever you're feeling, intensity, maybe, they're older than the moment. But always, if you're feeling it, it's either in your life or it's in your field, because you are wired to feel everything, everywhere, all at once. And that's why this gets confusing, because our bodies don't separate these feelings into neat little packages to say, oh, I'm thinking about when my Aunt Mary died and that makes me sad. Or, oh, this is because something happened in the world and I'm just feeling it, and you don't have words for it. How do people try to handle this? Well, some people get lost in the feeling. You create a story and you just sink into this never-ending funk. Some people do that. Or we try to override it. We say, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this way. And then we stuff it down. Or we explain it. Oh, this happened. I'm feeling sad because. Well, it must be because of this. We distract ourselves from feeling it. We say, oh, I don't want to feel this way, so I'm just going to go watch a Netflix show, or I'm just going to go do something else. I'm just going to distract myself. Or we get busy. We go do something. I don't want to feel this way. It's uncomfortable. I'm going to go clean out a closet. We try to stay functional. We push it down. And in a world where 80% of the population is not like you and lives from logic and has a filter that filters out most of the things that you take in, then they tell us, well, just let it go. Just let it go. I'm so tired of hearing that from people. They can, we can't. We've also learned, oh, I just need to think a better thought. Does that sound familiar? Oh, I feel sadness. No, I just need to think a better thought. Maybe you've heard that. Maybe you've tried it. We've learned to pivot away from sadness or grief, or sometimes these are just deep, deep energies that we don't even have words for. It's a wave that grabs us. A lot of people were taught that sadness should be short-lived. or get over it, let it go. But for sensitives, that doesn't work ever. Empaths are wired to merge with the field. What is the field? It's energy. Everything is energy. It's this network of thoughts and feelings everywhere. When there's a disturbance, when something happens politically, you might feel it. When something happens within your family, you feel it. Depending upon your sensitivity, when there's a potential outbreak of war in another country, you might feel that. And right now, most people are feeling this wave of energy and a wave of sadness. It certainly hit me or grabbed me last night, and I am aware enough to ask, what is this? And then follow my intuition. Some of you can do that, but some of you have not learned to do that yet. And some of you just have so much going on in your life right now that it could be personal. But here's what I want you to know. We're not here to be at the mercy of these big ocean waves of emotion, of grief or sadness, hopelessness, despair. We're here to metabolize them. It's just how our nervous systems are built. It's your unique function in the world. So let's talk about what metabolizing energy or waves of emotion, what that actually means. It's not cathartic. It's not dramatic. It can be fast, but it might not be. And metabolizing does not mean analyzing anything or understanding why. Metabolizing does not respond to insight. Metabolizing emotion does not mean feeling better. It means letting the body do what it already knows how to do. If you have a glass extra of wine than you're used to having, or sugar, more sugar if you don't normally eat sugar, it's not uncommon that you would wake up the next morning and feel off. But then you know why, but you feel off. So you would say to yourself, my body's just getting rid of this extra alcohol. I'm metabolizing it. And that's actually what we do with emotions. It's no different. But what do we do when we avoid? We suppress the sadness. We reframe it too early. We distract ourselves from it. We try to stay positive. And universally, as an empath, until we know better, we go into story instead of just feeling the emotion. It's called self-abandonment. We learned it when we were little. I can't feel this. It's too much. So we go into a story about why. It's self-protection. But right about now, during this year of amplification, these old suppressed feelings are coming up, not only in ourselves, but they're coming up in the collective. And the wave that's moving through right now is definitely a collective wide wave. And if you're feeling it, that's why. Nothing is wrong. It's time for your system to metabolize this wave of grief. My guides call it a fracture point. It's when things are so out of balance that something fractured. Maybe you felt it last night like I did. It was a very specific time frame or event. I could feel it. And it doesn't mean that anything is wrong. It's just the collective is so out of whack that it's time for these emotions that have been stuffed down for eons to be felt so they can move. And that's what I want to talk about, because your system already knows how to do this. So how do we let them move? It takes 90 seconds, 95 seconds for an emotional wave to move through the body. And if it's longer than that, if you're feeling something consistently, it's likely that you are telling a story about it. That's usually what intensity is. You're going into, oh, it's because of this and this, or you're looking at things that you're trying to explain something that doesn't need to be explained. We let them move when we are willing to be with the emotion. I just worked with someone today who is working on a lot of old emotions, and it's more intense lately. And so it looks like letting yourself feel what you feel, when it's grief or sadness, despair, just being present with that, not going into a story. Put your hand on your heart and breathe. 3 in, hold for 3, 4 out. You could say, ah. Do that 3 times. And while you're doing that, whisper to yourself, to your body, you're really talking to your nervous system. Even now, things are moving. Even now, all is well. I found that it's really helpful to put that even now in there, because your body is reacting, your nervous system is reacting to these old waves of deep emotion that are coming up. And your body translates it to danger. Your amygdala fires, danger. So it's so important when you breathe through this deep stuff. You could rock. That's for your vagus nerve. You could rock. Even now, things are changing. Even now, I am held if you don't feel safe. Even now, the world is rebalancing. Do that 3 times. You will feel in your body spaciousness, that you just let that emotion move. You let it complete. You are always going to feel a sense of spaciousness. One of my clients just said that she does the breathing, and then whatever the problem is that her mind tells her there's a problem. There's never a problem, right? But we think we have problems. She breathes and then she gives it to source. You could do that. But what I want you to know is you've got to be present with the feeling, like it's a screaming baby. Whatever you're feeling, whether it's yours or not, if you feel it, it's yours to work with. That's your superpower as an empath or a highly sensitive person. To just say, okay, I'm feeling it, so it's mine to work with. You breathe. You come back to center, come back to alignment. And you may feel better immediately. You may feel better later. You may have to go to sleep and then let your body metabolize during the night. I always know when something is going on in the field, first of all, because I don't have anything in my life that would make me feel that. But when something is happening in the world, you could think of it like this lava flow, but that's coming up from beneath the crust of the earth, but it's emotion. I don't go look in the news and say, where is it, what it's about? I just feel it. For me, it's usually in my heart. That's how I can tell it's something in the field that I'm feeling. My whole chest gets involved and vibrates. And I do just what I said. I breathe, and I let the feelings, whatever it feels like, I just let them be. I felt this all day today, this energy moving in my heart. My body is processing whatever is out there happening. There's a lot happening right now in the world. There's a lot happening in the United States. And in general, we don't need to know. We don't have to give it meaning. There's nothing to figure out. There's no fixing. There's no explanation. There's no urgency. You don't have to understand what you're feeling in order for this to move and in order for this to be processed through you. Because, kids, that's why you're here. You're here to feel what the others can't. You're here to let it move, to come back to center. And when it no longer grabs you, then you're back to peace and you can choose how you prefer to feel. I also want to say this, that for the people who tell you, you might have heard you're too sensitive and you just need to let it go. Well, they're mind first. They have filters. They block out this stuff. Here's how it works for you, because you are a highly precise energy sensing device that feels everything and even that feels the nuances of everything. And we don't let things go. That's a mental decision. Your mind has no idea what's going on. Your mind just tries to make up a story because it does not like the unknown. So instead of let it go, this is how empaths work. Whatever it is, lets us go. Not the other way around. It lets us go. So whatever you are feeling, whether you're more emotional today, more teary, feeling grief, if maybe you can put a word to it, but maybe you can't. It's just this big lava flow of dense emotions that have been released on the planet because it's time. And if you're feeling it, it lets you go, not the other way around. It lets you go because you are an expert at processing these things, but nobody ever told you. If you're feeling heaviness right now, if you're feeling teary or just off kilter right now, nothing has gone wrong. You're not behind. You're not doing anything wrong. You don't need to push your way out of anything. Your body and your highly sensitive energy sensing device that is you is doing exactly what it's designed to do. And you are allowed to let it. If this resonated, let me know in the comments and subscribe if you haven't. I'm so glad that you're here.